Hey, what's up guys? Footy Manager TV here. This is episode 2 of my Liverpool career, rebuilding with youth. And if you haven't seen the first episode, I suggest you do, as I basically explain what it's all about. And I don't want to go through that every single time in the episode. So if you haven't seen an episode yet, go see the first one where I explain it all. So here, I'm going with my scouts. And this is one of the way I'm getting youth players into the team. But really, these players won't really get into the team maybe until January or even the next season, just depending how old they are and how long I still think they need to be in the youth team. And also, along with getting different young players into the team, I am going to play the Liverpool youngsters a lot. You know, Raheem Sterling, he starts at 76 in the update. I think he originally started at like a high 60, like 68 or 69, but now he starts at 76 for a 17-year-old. So that's just crazy how much he gets to. I think when he started at like 69 or 68, whichever one it was, he got to like high 80s. Imagine how much he can get to with being 76 starting. He's crazy. Also, they've got a couple others here. Shelvey, Asaidi, he's about 23. Joe Allen increases a lot, I'm led to believe. And a couple defenders. Kelly, he's 22, so he's pretty good already. He's one of the solid players who's going to be starting in. And they've got a couple others. Jack Robinson at left back. Flanagan at right back, but I will be looking to get other players in that position. Sturridge as well. He's going to get a lot of goals for me, as you'll see in the future episodes of the matches. Yesel has pretty good potential. Pacheco as well. Suso, going to look to play him a lot. Henderson also, he's a very strong midfielder. He can play attacking midfielder or as a defensive midfielder as well, because he's got good shooting attributes, but also pretty good defensively as well, because he used to be a wide player, but recently he's been converted to a more central player, so I will be looking to play him in that role. I was really confused which formation to go with, because Liverpool, they have good wide players, but they also have good central players as well. So it makes it a bit tough. So I really went with 4-1-2-1-2 as that really the wide one. So that probably suits the best for the players I'm getting. Also, you know we need a goalkeeper. As you know, I will be letting go of Reina, of how I'm going with this series. So Stefanos Capino from Greece. He could be potentially a really good player. He's only 18, 72 overall, and I will try and get him, and I think he can put in some good performances. As you know, goalkeepers, 18 is so young for a goalkeeper, and to be over 70 already, that's really good. So he's a more cheaper option than going with guys like Leno or Ter Stegen. Here's also my short list of players, a lot of them very young, 16-year-olds. A good list to show you guys as well if you want to pick up any of these players. I will be trying to get a few, but I will just wait to show you that in this rest of this episode, plus in the next episodes as well. Here's a very young guy, Stengel. He's only 63 overall, but grows a lot. Like I said, there's a couple here I'm going to get in the future, or this season I will try and get him. Luke Shaw, very good left back. I'm going to try and get him. He's very pacey. He grows a lot, and I want to get him to the team. He also got updated as well, getting some real-life performances for Southampton. Grimaldo at Barcelona B, he grows pretty good as well. I had to make a decision really to go for Shaw or Grimaldo. I would probably go for Shaw because he is English, and I really want to go with English signings. Also, scouting England as well to get some future English players to Liverpool. And now we're going to get a big transfer offer for probably our biggest player, Luis Suarez. I don't know. Normally, if I was doing this a normal career, not with just based on youth, I probably would keep him. But just for based on this, I'm going to try and make a counter offer to get as much money from Real Madrid. You know, they're a rich team, so who knows how much money they have. And hopefully that may be accepted, or at least they may counter back for a higher offer than they originally did. And that would really give me a huge amount to bring in so many potential players for the future, which I will do once all these players sell. And like I said, not all of them sell in this transfer window. Some of them got to wait to January. So I may make more signings in January also. Here you can see, accepting for 28 million. I think that's realistic. Hanover 96 made an offer for Martin Kelly. But like I said, he's going to be part of the plans as the right back, but also can play centre back. I like those players that can play multiple positions. Also getting an offer for Lucas Leiva. Gonna try and sell him, and then trying to bring in a new defensive midfielder. Even though we do have Henderson and also Joe Allen, I really want to bring in a young prospect. that could be really good in the future, and I found one, a Brazilian. You're going to have to wait a bit more to see that, but I have really high hopes for him. But I know people will want to see me play Liverpool players, and don't worry, I will. Most of these players are going to start on the bench, then I'll bring them off, because I do really want to give the Liverpool players that are actually at the team, the players that are 23 years or younger, I'm going to give them as much games as I can, but some of them aren't good enough yet, so I may loan them out. And I know this episode isn't too long, only around 7.5 minutes, but the next episode there's going to be heaps and heaps of transfer action. That will go for a bit longer. I'll try and get it all done in the next episode, and then I'll try and kick off with some matches. The start of the season, we have some tough fixtures, but then they start to get easier, and then we may start to get some wins. Hopefully, my first season I really want to hopefully qualify for at least Europa League, especially with what I'm doing in this career. It would be fantastic if we can qualify for the Europa League. As you can see here, I'm making another offer for Capino. We have to get him. He's probably the best available goalkeeper that you can get for cheap, and that does have the potential. Brad Jones, he's on the outer, 30 years of age. He's only going to decrease and not part of the plans of this series. So I try and counter offer with QPR for $1 million. I think if that can get accepted, that will be a great deal. $1 million for Brad Jones, for basically a backup goalkeeper. Even if I wasn't going this way with my career with rebuilding with youth, he really wouldn't have been part of the plans. And QPR, they countered with a bit higher offer, $825k. I thought that was pretty acceptable. So get that extra cash, release the wage budget, and that will help towards buying some more young players for the future. Also, I bought that thing from the EA catalog to get a future young player. So he will be English, and you'll see that. I'm not sure in this episode, maybe in the next episode. He's very good. Here, I'm trying to get Marco Rojas. He's been so good in the A-League in real life for Melbourne Victory. So in the game, EA, in one of the updates, they updated him from maybe like 60-something to 70. I wasn't quite sure how much he was originally. It would have been in the 60s, low 60s maybe. Yeah, upgraded him to 70. And with upgrading him, I might as well think they would have updated his potential as well. I actually made a My Player career with him. So I notice how much he does improve. And he improves quite a bit. And he's got 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot. That's fantastic for a winger. Can play both sides. And with that 5-star weak foot always helps to have shots on both feet. And he's got really good shooting, dribbling, ball control, that kind of attributes. Not bad from long shots. And hopefully he does improve, like I said. And also, in real life, Liverpool had actually scouts watching Rojas in his latest match. So that may be a realistic signing also. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys soon with the next episode in this series.